I want to answer two things in this video. And one of those is I read the comments, and a lot of my clients today and yesterday have been saying things like, okay, but it's so hard to change my story. It's so hard to choose a different story, or to choose an identity, or it's so hard to let go of an old story, or it's so hard to, when you've done this your whole life and you've been like this your whole life, and it's so hard to let go of that way of thinking. It's so hard. And then that's kind of like the excuse that you use as to why you're not choosing something new. You can hold on to that excuse and that reason. You can say, I've been like this my whole life, so I'm not going to change. Or I've been like this my whole life, I want to change, but it's just really hard. It's just really hard. Well, what do you expect is going to happen in your reality if that's how you insist things are difficult? So instead of standing on your little heel and putting all 10 toes down on like, it's so hard, you can do the same thing and say, I choose for this to be easy. There's that. So you can say or declare, choose, whatever, affirm, assume, imagine that everything is easy for you to choose, to assume, to change your story, to be the version that you desire to be, whatever. Do you see? Because there is an identity. Everything is your identity. There's a version of you who insists that things are hard. And there's a version of you who it's easy. Everything's easy. What's easy? Everything. Everything. Everything is easy. Not just this one little thing, but everything. And there's a version of you who says some things are easy, some things are hard. Does that sound familiar? No matter which one you choose, you will experience. That's just how it is, because you're only ever choosing a version of you. You're not changing techniques or manifestation. You're not changing. You can jump around all you want in this technique, that technique, this law, this coach, this book. You can jump around all you want all day long. But the only thing you're going to find is yourself. More of yourself trying to make it easy. You're trying to make things easy. When it already is easy, you can assume that. So when people say, oh, well, it's hard when you have my situation, whatever your situation is, okay, whatever your circumstances are right now, no matter what it is, it's hard. Well, it would be easier if I were you. It'd be easier if I didn't have this. It'd be easier. There you go again. Insisting that it's hard because of your circumstances. I can't help you with that. Only you can choose. No one can help you with that. Only you can choose to perceive everything as difficult or easy, as fulfilled or not, as you're lacking or you're not. This is your choice. So no matter how much proof I give you, no matter how much I tell you what to do, what to think, who you are, it still boils down to you're going to have to make a choice for yourself. The other thing is people talking a lot about, oh my God, my feelings. Like, okay, I know I'm God, I know I'm all that is, I know I'm source, but what do I do when I have these feelings? What are feelings? Let's talk about what feelings are. Feelings are effects. Effects of what? Effects of your identity, of who you say you are. Let's go back to the example. If you're someone that thinks everything's hard, what kind of feelings and thoughts do you think that identity is going to have? If you're someone that thinks that everything's easy, what kind of thoughts and feelings do you think that person's going to have? Instead of trying to control the thoughts and feelings, which is literally at the end, at the bottom, right, of the barrel of where you have authority. This is why you can change your self-concept. You can affirm 10,000 times a day. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can go paint your nails, do your hair, go get a massage, go buy something new, and try to feel good, try to act as if. That's still working from the bottom up, which is why it feels like a sacrifice, and you feel like you go 10 steps up and then 30 steps back down. Because feelings and thoughts are at the bottom of the barrel. Your physical experience, what you're physically doing right now, All of that, bottom of the barrel. So what's at the top? Where's your power? Your power is in knowing yourself as source, the one and only creator and cause of your reality, that you are the cause. There is no other creator, there's no cause, there's nothing deciding for you. It's just you. So when you are creating whatever in your life experience, you're just like, well, there's no one to look at but yourself, because it's all you. So your thoughts and feelings are effects of the person you say you are. So why try to control thoughts and feelings? Why try to say, oh, they don't matter, because you know deep down they are so mattering when you're feeling that crash out. So instead of giving a shit about your thoughts and feelings and the crash out and the spirals, remember who you are. Remember where you go, to source. I am source. That's where everything begins and ends. I am the beginning. I am the end. I am the alpha. I'm the omega. I'm not the feelings and the thoughts. I'm the beginning and the end. I'm the one deciding how this shit's gonna go, and I'm the one who's deciding how it's gonna end. That's who you are. Everything else in between the beginning and the end is just story, fluff, ideas, concepts, events, all of that stuff. But that's where a lot of you guys are trying to control. You're trying to control the thoughts and feelings and the circumstances and things that would happen when you were never, ever expected to deal with that. Scripture tells us, and Neville Goddard, all these teachers tell us the same thing. It doesn't matter if it's law of assumption, law of attraction, law of being, I am. It doesn't matter. I am is a one and only cause. You are the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end. So why bother with all the other crap? Because you think you are the thoughts and the feelings. You think that that's who you are, because you insist on trying to fix yourself instead of seeing yourself as whole, complete. You are source. You are the one and only cause of your reality. And that is it.